Surf Cup 2006 is the Arsenal versus Albion from Houston, Texas. Hello again, I'm Greg Porter. George and I have a video sports production with George on the camera. Albion is in all blue, and in red and white is the Arsenal FC. Let's get the lineup. First for Albion, the visitors from Houston, Texas. Number 1 is Grace Miller. Number 3 is Kirsten Ginsburg. Number 7 is Madison Zabel. Number 8 is Hannah Dozot. Number 10 is Bianca De La Pedra. Shot on the goal on while we're doing the lineups here. Number 11 is Janelle Toner. Number 14 is Anna Wittenmeyer. Number 15 is Kelly Barranco. Number 12 is Jenna Harris. The keeper is Kendall Haynes. And number 22 is Elizabeth Russo. Number 24 is Leah Tolan. Number 71 is Sarah Mendenhall, and number 77 is Savannah Ryan. Now let's get the lineup for the Arsenal FC. Number 0 is Carly Ozuski. Number 1 is Brittany Goulart. Number 2 is Jasmine Mancia. Number 4 is Kristen Damon. Number 5 is Cambria Alfather. Number 6 is Kennedy Lanier. Number 7 is Shay Hoover. Number 8 is Nicole Porro. Number 10 is Kayla Tucker. Number 11 is Sammy James. 12 is Peyton Moyles. 13 is Alexis Long. 14 is Carolina Lopez. 15 is Jasmine Alvarez. 21 is Oksana Nichols. And 99 is Unique Mans. And let's get the coaches, Bobby Zabel and Beth Dozot, along with Denny Hill, the coach for the Albion Hurricanes. Going after that soccer ball there was Shay Hoover. Anna. And so it's going to be a throw-in by Albion. Roland Sandquist is the manager for the Arsenal, with the team administrator is Carol Damon. And off the challenge, headed toward the center of the field, and now driven and won by the Arsenal. Now they have it at midfield. On the run, Nicole Porro. Porro accelerates. Porro in the box. Porro trying to continue on, but dispossessed and pushed way out towards the far side touchline, but Arsenal still winning it. Weren't able to thread the pass into the attackers that time, so they'll have to throw it in as it was knocked out by the Albion Hurricanes. Off of a bounce. Alexis Long was trying to meet it. James And then it goes to the wide side. Trying to get it in the box, but it was taken away by the Hurricane. Standing tall right outside the box again is the Albion Hurricane. With it now is Kennedy Lanier. And they're still trying to get in the box. They can't do it. The defenders, and now they get it past the defender for a shot, and it goes past the goal line. And it will be a goal kick for the Albion Hurricane. No score here in the opening minutes of the Surf Cup 2006 on a Sunday. Saw some vintage vehicles coming up the roadway earlier, 20s and 1920s and 30s. Amazing. I guess they go on a Sunday run over here. The Del Mar. It's a lot of beach area. Another shot taken. Under cloudy skies, and again, this whole weekend has been very unusual for the Surf Cup to maintain the cloudy skies. You don't see it too often. And there has been precipitation, so the ground, as you see, is not as dry as it normally would be. But this precipitation has not been very superly heavy for everybody, so it hasn't affected play too much. And you're going to have a substitution for the Albion Hurricane. Number 15, Kelly Barranco is coming in. On the near side. It's knocked out. It'll be a throw-in for the Arsenal FC. In that defensive box there, defensive third for the Albion Hurricanes, Blue 95 team. And it's won now by Kayla Tucker. Tucker over to Oksana Nichols, who gets it towards the central of the box, but it was taken away. Back up the field now, trying to get a counterattack going, the Albion Hurricanes, and it's knocked out of play by the Arsenal Football Club. A great English team, the Arsenal. And the youngsters in America picking up the team names with the 02 in front of their jerseys. And this one is a shot, and it will be a easy save. Here come the Albion Hurricanes trying to go down to Central. Still on at that time was Kelly Barranco. And now they have another player on it, is Dozo, but she could not continue on any further and dispossessed. And the Arsenal have it on their counterattack for a nice run by Porro. Porro showing her speed. Porro, and the ball goes past the goal line. And it was an offsides call. So it'll be a free kick. Offsides against the Arsenal FC. Probably a record crowd this weekend here at the Surf Cup 2006 in the San Diego Polo Grounds. And if it's not a record, it's going to be very, very close. Lots of people here this weekend. In fact, some as far as Japan. The Arsenal FC directing it toward the center of the box. It's intercepted there. On a nice play by the defenders. by the Albion Hurricanes. And here they come out with it at midfield, trying to get a run. Only 2 attackers. One of them happens to be Janelle Toner, and that ball was dispossessed from her and back to the center of the field. And now they're on defensive half, having a problem there. Kennedy Lanier, and Lanier the foul. So it'll be a free kick. Free kick for the Albion Hurricanes. Hurricanes all in a 0-0 scenario here with the Arsenal FC in the first half. Retreating back to their own defensive half. In the corner, that was Janelle Harris. And Harris knocking it out of play, and it's going to be a throw-in for the Arsenal FC, and some substitutions coming in. Wholesale substitutions for the Arsenal FC. And we'll get those names as they touch that soccer ball. Kennedy Lanier is going to throw it in. Lanier off of the foot of Unique Mans. Well, actually, they said it wasn't off. It was off the player marking her, so she gets to throw it in. Unique Mans off the bounce. Trying to get it to a player in the corner. Mans gets it back and strikes it toward the central. But standing tall in the central was the Albion Hurricanes, and they've done that well in this game. And push it towards the center of the field, Janelle Toner. Toner under a little pressure, and that ball is swiped away from her foot. And Alexis Long with it. Back over to Damon. But Damon can't hold on to it long. Actually, it was knocked off of Toner. And they throw it in again here with Damon. Kirsten trying to find her teammate, Olszewski. And this time, Unique Mans comes over and takes it. Olszewski to Mans. Mans drives it. A tough shot, and it goes in the net. Goal, go, 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 go. La. 1-0. Unique Mans took a long distance shot way outside of the box. And the keeper not quite able to handle it, Kendall Haynes, and it goes into the back of the net. Substitutions now coming for the Albion Hurricanes, as Sarah Mendenhall and Savannah Ryan are into the contest, 71 and 77. As they are down now 1-0 here in the first half.
You have been told, okay? Okay, that's right.
De La Pedra, and then now it goes over to Mendenhall. And Lanier trying to get to it, going back, retreating back is Barranco. Nicely there. Here's Unique Mans. Mans now accelerating, takes a long distance shot. And this one, maybe her option in her mind was to try to get it to a teammate, but way too much pace on the ball that time for any kind of a pass. So it'll be a goal kick for the Albion Hurricanes. Not really much of a breeze. Not really much of a breeze here. And the temperatures in the high 70s. In the corner, Arsenal FC trying to thread a pass or make something happen in the box. And now they're going to get a corner kick. Carolina Lopez is going to take it. Lopez driving it over to Mans. Mans tried to take a shot, and it ends up in the other field. Their option probably in her mind was to try to just flick that one on the net and just put too much steam on that ball. So it'll be a goal kick for the Albion Hurricanes. The Albion Hurricanes from Houston, Texas, place where a lot of women's NBA championships were won, and also NBA championships were won, a couple of them. From the sporting world. And a baseball team that went to the World Series last year with the Rocket. And a goal kick for the Albion Hurricanes. Unique Mans trying to get to it, and there's going to be a foul. So a free kick deflected there in the center circle. And now the Albion Hurricanes retreating back, trying to get something going, and it's taken away as Alexis Long still putting pressure as she lost it, and now she has it back. Long now going to try to feed it past. She does. Her teammate takes a shot, and a goal! Carolina Lopez getting the goal, and it is now 2-0. So the Arsenal FC, who able to find a way to get that ball in the back of the net with their shots. Unique Mans and now Carolina Lopez, and they have a 2-0 lead here in the first half. The Hurricanes get it started again, seeing if they can try and get some offense going here. Chasing after it, Olszewski. Ball trickles around, and now the Albion Hurricanes have it at midfield. Trying to dump it to the wide side, but it didn't get there as it was intercepted.
Cut her off!
Nice job done by Kayla Tucker on a run. And Tucker will throw it in. Kayla Tucker want to get it to Mans. Mans does strike it and gets it right in down to central. And going down there is Carolina Lopez. That ball was struck at a close range, and she's going to have to try to shake it off.
Oh, come on!
Man. Had a unique situation there, and all the players for the Albion Hurricanes kind of left the field there. And maybe for some reason they thought it was a serious injury, and it was not. On the near side, Kelly Barranco. And there's going to be a couple of substitutions for the Arsenal FC. They're going to get a couple fresh players in the game for Mr. Roland Sanquist. They lead 2-0 here as we wind towards halftime. Girls under 12 action. That ball was almost headed to the 18-yard box. They have it now, but didn't last long there as the Arsenal FC getting it out of play. And the Arsenal FC will Nicole Porro. Nice way to cut it back, and then it was knocked out by the blue of the Albion Hurricanes. And now, will it be an offsides call? It will be, as they had their striker way behind the defenders. Janelle Toner taken away by Lanier. Lanier pushing it over in the corner for Oksana Nichols. Nichols going to look for somebody in the box. Nobody there. Lanier, a quick touch. And Sammy James. James on the soccer ball and switches it to the other side now for Olszewski. Olszewski being marked heavily. Olszewski, nice turn. Carly Olszewski still working and gets it over to James, Sammy James, and it goes out of play past the goal line. They couldn't really continue their offensive coordination that time, but they, being the Arsenal FC, have that 2-0 lead, and they really don't have to continue to worry about that too much. Kirsten Ginsburg comes into the contest now for the Albion Hurricanes. A couple players for Arsenal FC, and we'll mention them as they touch that soccer ball. Getting a quick long ball going and still trying to stay on it, but now Olszewski has it. Olszewski, after the challenge, still able to get to the soccer ball and push it up the field. And now the run on the far side, as you see Nicole Porro. Porro still on the soccer ball. Porro outside the box, gets it to her teammate and a header, and a nice one that time. But the save was made by Kendall Haynes. I believe the player that headed it on toward the net was Alexis Long. Kennedy Lanier. Lanier trying to get it to her teammate, Oksana Nichols, but that did not happen as a good defensive play made in the space. But they're still down 2-0. They need to try and get some more offensive movement going. Do the Albion Hurricanes. Arsenal FC, collision there, no call. Kirsten Damon trying to handle it, could not. Olszewski retreating back. Now the defenders for the Arsenal FC have it, and they push it upfield to Peyton Moyles. And now here's Lanier. Lanier all alone, just wants to try to thread it through, but didn't quite arrive there, because it was intercepted by Anna Wintenmeyer. Nice job done in the central. But it will be a CK for the Arsenal FC, leading 2-0, trying to add to the lead. And here comes the set piece for the Arsenal FC. Players scrambling inside a box, and Kendall Haynes comes out with it. That one a little bit close to the near post. And the Arsenal FC couldn't get a player to run onto. They got a player now in the box, but it is knocked out, and they'll get another chance at it. Knocked out by Jennifer Harris. So Jennifer Harris trying to protect that ball from being a good strike toward the net. Here's the CK again for the Arsenal FC. It bends, and they got a player that touches it. There's a chip inside the box. Still got numbers there. Lanier And now it is driven out.
Go, Maddie!
Trying to get somebody to run onto it. The Arsenal FC reduced the size of the field, only 2 in a deep back now. And getting to it was Damon. And they continue the offensive pressure here. Find a player barely onside that time. Nicole Porro. Porro, long pass and nobody there. Over into the corner. And even though they don't actually get a shot on the net, it still works in their favor because they're eating time off the clock. That's the way it goes in a game of soccer. And it works in your favor when you get a lead. Now down to Central. Again, the Arsenal. Long. Over there to Moyles. On the outside now to Olszewski, who tries a shot, and that one was errant and wide of the net. So it now will be a goal kick again for the Albion Hurricanes. Moments left till halftime here at the 2006 Surf Cup in Del Mar, California. San Diego Polo Grounds. On it now, right now is Kelly Bronco, and hustling to try to keep the offensive play going, or to make an offensive play going, was Jasmine Mancia. It'll be a throw-in for the Albion Hurricanes on the near side touchline in their own deep third. Trying to find somebody to run it on up out of the. And that's the end of the first half of action. With the score, it's the Arsenal FC 2, the Albion Hurricanes of Houston, Texas, nothing. Stick with us. You'll be able to see what the coaches are saying to their players, a little refreshment action, and we'll be back with more action here in the 2006 Surf Cup. '06 Surf Cup, and the score is 2-0. The Arsenal leading here, the Albion Hurricanes. Goals by Unique Mans on a long distance shot, and then Carolina Lopez. The Arsenal will be going from left to right on your picture screen, and from right to left is the Albion Hurricanes. 25-minute halves. And if we mention the last name of Hannah Dozat differently, we apologize. But that is the pronunciation of her last name. Now in their own defensive part of the field, and now at midfield now. And trying to make a run here, Elizabeth Russo. It's going to be a throw-in for the Arsenal FC. Here in the girls under 12 bracket. Off the header and coming toward the ball. And staying on it is Kirsten Ginsburg. However, swept forward on it is Nicole Porro. Porro getting it to her teammate, Oksana Nichols. Porro now going wide to Nichols, and that ball is routed out of play at an airside touchline, so it'll be a throw-in for the Arsenal FC. Still plenty of time for the Albion Hurricanes to come back in this game, but if they're going to do it, they're going to need to put pressure early in the second half and try and see if they can get one in the back of the net. And their own deep third now, as again, Olszewski get a chance to see her as they rotate their offense to this side. Here in the second half, and a whistle. And it's going to be a free kick. Free kick for the Albion Hurricanes. And so now they'll have a chance here. See what they can do. Jennifer Harris driving it toward the central. Just outside the box, and now a Pass towards the box. It's headed out by the Arsenal FC. Taken away off the foot. Dozon, and then a shot and a save made. And to the wide, that ball goes out of play. It'll be a throw-in. In the deep third, or actually it will be a foul. So it's going to be a free kick. Kayla Tucker, and then taken away now. Kristen Ginsburg. Ginsburg left foots it, and a save made. And Ginsburg, and a shot, and a keeper makes another save. Almost able to get it past into the net. That is going to be a key sequence in this game. No doubt about it. And the closest chance so far in the game where the Albion Hurricanes would have scored a goal. Arsenal FC here in the second half, finding a challenge here in the opening minutes. Here's a shot, and that going to the back of the net. Went on the side of the net, and it's going to be a goal kick. The Arsenal, again, as they have had opportunities that they've been able to cash in on, where they have taken some good strikes towards the net, and they've cashed in to the tune of the 2-0 lead they have right now, 2-0. Kirsten Ginsburg playing tough, trying to continue to go after that ball, and here in the second half, she's had more resolve. Going to throw it in now is Bronco. Bronco getting it over to Dozot. Again, Kelly Bronco. Bronco getting it this time over to Della Pedra. Taking away up the field now. Oksana Nichols. And then over to Goulart. Nichols trying to get the return pass. And now Goulart. A miss there by Mancia. Jasmine trying to run onto it, could not. And on the wide side, here goes the Albion Hurricanes with Zabel.
Step up.
Able to control it now. Try to go to the wide. They were looking that time for Russo. And Russo runs out of real estate on the near side to try to continue to make it happen. It's going to be a throw-in for the Arsenal FC. Oksana Nichols trying to thread a pass to Sammy James, and then coming over was Anna Wittenmeyer doing a fine job and not allowing the ball to go any further toward the 18-yard box. Going to be a throw-in for Olszewski. Carly will throw it in again. Off the header. Ricocheting there off of Alexis Long. And now here's Janelle Toner. Toner on the run. Toner trying to thread between two players, but retreating back there is Shea Hoover. And getting it. Trying to push it up forward to her teammates, where Peyton Moyle is still battling for it. And Arsenal FC, they come out with it. And they push it up the field. But here comes Elizabeth Russo. Russo looking for it. Can't quite get to it. And it goes out of play. It is a quick throw-in by Kelly Bronco. Russo trying to get it. And it's intercepted right there by Olszewski. Olszewski Looking for a teammate. Poro in the middle, couldn't get to it, but now retreating back. And the keeper comes way off the line now. And a push, and the Albion Hurricanes will have a free kick there. Right outside the semicircle. Big set piece opportunity here. Down 2-0, trying to see what they can do here. The Arsenal FC putting the wall up in front. Hannah Dozant is going to take it. Dozant gets it over and gets a shot, but it does not go in the back of the net as the keeper able to find it somehow around that wall. So now to the far side. Still trying to keep the pressure on as Leah Tolan. On it now is Mancia. And it goes off. Did it go off of Mancia's foot? No, it did not. And she will throw it in. With her team leading 2-0 here in the second half. Kayla Tucker dispossessed. Here come the Hurricanes. And it goes to the far side. Running onto it now is Leah Tolan. Gets it up to Zabel. Toward the central. The Hurricanes trying to get somebody to run onto it. Cannot. Now they do. Bronco to Russo. Russo back to Bronco. Off the header. The collision. And now retreating back. Jennifer Harris. Harris going to push it and switch it to the other side to Leah Tolan. And it'll be a set piece now for the Arsenal off the foul. And they quick start it. Over to Poro. Poro falls down, regains her balance, and threads a pass to the far side. Now they get a intended pass down to central, intercepted by the Albion Hurricanes. And here they come now with Kirsten Ginsburg.
Stay with it, Kristen. Way to go!
And Ginsburg will watch it go out of play, and it's going to be a throw-in for the Arsenal FC.
Keep up the pressure.
Shea Hoover will throw it in, but there'll be some substitutions wanted by Coach Roland Sanquist, as he's going to get, looks like, four fresh players to come in. And we'll mention those names as they touch that soccer ball. Leading 2-0 here in the second half of the San Diego Surf Cup 2006. Now on the soccer ball. Dozant, and it's taken away by the Arsenal FC as they try to head up the field. Unique Mans. Mans now, but she cannot beat Leah Tolan. And Tolan getting to the ball first. And a nice job showing her hustle and speed. Leah Tolan retreating back, not allowing Mans to get around her and take a big shot. And you know she can do that. It goes out of play. It'll be a throw-in now. Jasmine Mancia throwing it in to Mans. Mans trying to win it, cannot. And it was lastly touched out by the Arsenal FC, and a couple of substitutions now coming in. Sarah Mendenhall and Savannah Ryan are coming in. They're going to replace two players for the Albion Hurricanes that really hustled and played well while they were in, Elizabeth Russo and Kelly Barranco. Shea Hoover. And now a couple of players chasing after it. Man's in the central, or rather in the center of it, trying to make something happen. knocked out. And it's a throw-in. Mans trying to get to it, cannot. Albion Hurricanes off the header, trying to get the air control of it. They win it now and trying to get a pass threaded through. That doesn't happen. So Unique Mans trying to make a play on the far side. And it will go off of her, and it will be a throw-in from the deep third. And Mans might have gotten hurt on that play. She fell down. Might have fell awkwardly on her knee. And, of course, the clock still going in a game of soccer, and that, again, works for the Albion FC, or for the Arsenal FC. The Hurricanes now. The Hurricanes still on a soccer ball. De La Pedra over, getting a run by Mendenhall. Mendenhall now to attack at third. Mendenhall towards the central. Gets a teammate to try to continue on, but they stood tall outside the box, and they thwarted that try. And now with the long ball into the box. Carolina Lopez trying to make something out of it, but the Hurricanes standing tough on the outside. Midway through the second half. Mendenhall trying to get a long ball up to midfield. They couldn't win it though. Now double teamed. And taking that one in the chest right there is one of the Arsenal players, and that happened to be Brittany Goulart. Madison Zabel on the wide side trying to get a pass toward the central. Mendenhall to Zabel again, and Zabel double teamed. They cover well, do the Arsenal FC, and they win the soccer ball towards the midfield area, trying to get a good counterattack going. However, Mendenhall steps into space, but Mans has it as it winds over off her foot, but nobody there, and retreating back to get it is Leah Tolan. But it goes out of play. Nobody on the other side of Leah Tolan's attempted pass, and it'll be a throw-in for the Arsenal FC, and they'll substitute a fresh player into the game with their 2-0 lead here in the second half. Mans. Arsenal FC making it stand up here. As early on in the second half, there's a lot of quick pressure by the Albion Hurricanes, the Blue 95 team, and now it has subsided and things have kind of spread out again in the favor of the Arsenal, the way they want it to go. In their own deep third of the field, just outside the box. The Arsenal FC continuing on inside the box now. A shot and a goal! Go, 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 go! Or was it an offsides call? It was an offsides call, and it will be disallowed. Yeah, goal will be disallowed as there was an offsides called on the play. And there will be substitutions on the far side. Nearly a big opportunity again for the lead to be cut in half. Twice here in the second, or in the game really, for the Albion Hurricanes, but they cannot get it past into the net. And that is big play number 2 that has allowed the Arsenal FC to possibly win this game. And a goal kick for the Arsenal FC. Not in a hurry, as they know time is on their side here in the second half, leading 2-0. Lanier with it. Trying to thread the needle over to Mans, and that ball doesn't get to her, so it's going to be a throw-in. Leah Tolan from the far side. Mendenhall. It goes out of play, and it will be a throw-in. This time Lanier will take it. Throws it in. Getting into Lopez, who scored the goal in the first half. Lopez off of Mans, no handball. Unique trying for a second try at it, doesn't get to it. It's taken away, sent upfield now. Mendenhall now. Trying to chase it down again. Switched up to this side, the near side. Into the box. Couple of players there for the Albion Hurricanes. And on the near side, they'll try to push it up the field, but right there is Peyton Moyles. Moyles. And again, the Arsenal FC don't have to really worry about trying to score right now because the 2 goals have held up. They can just continue to play like they want to score and eat time off the clock. It is deflected out by Sammy James. And so now it will be a throw-in and some substitutions. And Coach Denny Hill wanting to get some substitutions. And he's got them.
Turn and go!
And one of them is Kelly Barranco. In their own deep third, and now into the box, and just getting there in time was Jennifer Harris. On it, Kristen Damon. Now Lanier making a run toward the box to Mans, and Mans has already got that strong foot and made a goal in this game, but she could not get the shot. However, they do have a player, and she shoots it past the goal line, and it will be a goal kick. Offense has to be a big premium now for the Albion Hurricanes. And they got a long distance to go. Kelly Barranco. Any player that was substituted that we did not catch, we will mention their name. They touch that soccer ball inside the 18-yard box, and a shot and a nice save by Kendall Haynes. Not a real tough shot that time. And Haynes able to handle it. Madison's able. Push back up the field again. Mans trying to get to it, cannot. And Sarah Mendenhall. Try to flick on, and they do. And they have a foul and a free kick.
Jen, be patient. Find a spot.
Jennifer Harris will take the free kick. Harris bends it. And a potential handball. And that one was not called. And then inside the 18-yard box, past the goal line on a attempted pass. And the Hurricanes need to try to intercept in the defensive half of the Arsenal FC and try and see if they can get another shot here. Substitutions coming in for the Arsenal FC. Got 2 fresh players. And Roland Sanquist has done that quite well to keep the pressure on the Albion Hurricanes. Jennifer Harris off the header is able, and then a save has to be made. And so they did get a quality chance out of that one. Trying to go back upfield with the keeper strike. On it now is Barranco. Intended pass here to Madison Zabel, didn't get to her. And here's a quick pass up to Oksana Nichols. And Nichols trying to run along the far side touchline, and good defensive challenge and knocking that ball out of play. And so now they're going to have to throw it in and see what they can do to try to get it towards the box, if they so choose. Again, the scoreboard in their favor. Trying to thread it to Oksana Nichols, and it did not happen. As again, playing well, retreating back, the defenders for Albion Hurricanes, and it's going to be another throw-in. Kennedy Lanier, Oksana Nichols, Lanier looking for Nicole Porro. It didn't reach her, and now she has a chance. It doesn't last long. Olszewski has it. Olszewski's pass is intercepted and taken away. Done by Savannah Ryan. But winning it and going back the other way is Lopez.
Come get it.
Olszewski trying to pass it to her teammate. It winds all the way over to Lanier's foot. Lanier trying to take a shot. A beautiful job by Janelle Toner getting in the way of Kennedy Lanier's shot. Big play defensively, and here's a shot and a goal. 3-0 as the Arsenal FC. Nice little sequence run there. Lanier was involved in that, and then it caromed over to Carolina Lopez, and she was able to take the awesome shot and beat the keeper. 3-0 the score. And another score in this game for the Arsenal FC. And we've got to be nearing the end of this game, and that's it. The final score here in the Surf Cup 2006 is 3 for the Arsenal FC in the girls under 12, and 0 for the Albion Hurricanes of Houston, Texas, who did come out here and enjoyed their trip out here, and we will get a chance to talk to them here in a moment. Stick with us. We'll be right back. Greg Porter back here, the Surf Cup 2006 under some severe cloudy skies this weekend, this year. And what a great competitive game played today. And I want to talk here to some Lady Albion Hurricanes, the Blue 95 team. And tell us who you are.
Kristen Ginsburg.
Okay. What position did you play out there, Kristen?
Center, mid, outside mid, and forward.
Okay. Let me get your teammate. And your name is?
Hannah Dozot.
Okay. What position did you play, Hannah?
I played center, mid, forward, and left mid.
Okay. And you are?
Kelly Baranco.
Okay, Kelly.
I played center, mid, outside mid, and left defender.
Okay, great. Okay, girls, tell us, and I'll just pass it to the next girl after you're finished talking, you know, what did you feel about coming out here? How much fun was it? Was there any special thing you guys did as a group? Talk a little bit about those types of things.
It was really fun, and we all got signs that said our name, and we got little goodie bags from our coach and from one of our teammates that couldn't make it.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
All right.
I was like excited because I've never been to San Diego or California before.
All right. Well, what do you think? Was it what you ever imagined it would be? Or?
Well, Laguna Beach didn't have air conditioning, but the rest was awesome.
Okay.
It was a really good experience to come here because it was like so far away from our hometown in Houston. So it's really good to like see other competitions outside of our state.
That's true. That's true. Okay. Girls, talk about the school you go to, maybe some favorite subjects you got at school, and other things maybe that you don't do involving soccer that are fun for you, swimming, whatever it is.
I'm going into Arnold, and I like playing volleyball.
Okay, great. Okay.
Yeah, I'm going into Arnold also, and soccer's pretty much my only sport, but I like doing other things like swimming and stuff.
Okay, good.
I'm going into 7th grade at Spring Forest Middle School, and I play basketball, volleyball, and soccer and softball.
Okay. All right. Okay, girls, one last thing. You guys can do a cheer, shout out, whatever it is, together. And I'm going to give you guys a microphone to do that.
I think we're going to do the Spartan cheer
Okay.
from the Best of Will Ferrell.
On 3.
No.
Okay. 1.
What? No, I'll be up here. Oh, okay. Kristen, do you want to get in it? You can say stuff. Okay.
Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Who's that Spartan in my TP? It's me. Who's that Spartan in my TP? It's me. Go Albion!
Hey, all right, girls. Thank you very much. Good luck. Greg Porter back here with some more Albion Hurricanes, and tell us who you are, what position you played, and everything.
I'm Anna Wittenmeyer, and I played sweeper.
Okay.
I'm Grace Miller, and I play center mid.
Alrighty.
I'm Sarah Mendenhall, and I'm a guest, but I play forward and center mid.
All right. Talk a little bit about being out here in Southern California and this whole tournament and the experience.
It was really fun. It was a good experience, even though we didn't do too well, but it was fun being out here and like being with our team and stuff.
Oh, great.
It was fun being able to hang out with my friends in the hotel and stuff, and so it was a good experience because I've been to California, but I've never been to San Diego, so it was nice.
What other place in California have you been to?
San Francisco and San Jose.
It's kind of neat up there, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay. What happened to your foot?
I really don't know.
Well, you got the right thing on it, some ice.
Yeah, they said I was growing too fast, so.
That happens. Part of the sport of soccer.
Well, I live in California, so I've been down to San Diego a couple times, but it was nice to meet new people and play with a Texas team, and they're all really, really nice people. And I'd just like to say thank you for letting me come and play with y'all.
Oh, that's great. Okay, talk about the school or, other things you do outside of soccer that are important to you.
I go to Kincaid, and I love to like hang out with my friends and stuff and go swimming.
Okay,
Yeah.
good.
I'm gonna go to Spring Branch Middle School, and I'll be in 6th grade, and I play soccer, and I'm starting basketball again. So.
All right.
I'm,
Get that foot.
I'm going to Polytechnic school in Pasadena, California, and I swim and I shop.
Okay.
That's a good thing.
That is a good thing.
And but soccer, I like play it like 6 days a week and stuff. So yeah.
One last thing you girls would like to do, just like the other girls did. I'm going to give the microphone to you guys, a cheer, what have you.
Okay, ready? Okay. 1, 2, 3. Go Albion!
Stay right there. Stay right there. Thanks, girls. Greg Porter back here with some more Albion Hurricanes, a blue 95 team, and tell us who you are.
I'm Lizzie Russo, and I play left midfield.
Okay.
I'm Madison Zabel, and I play right midfield and forward.
All right.
I'm Jennifer Harris, and I play stopper.
Again, talk about your experience being out here. I hope you guys made it over to Disneyland or Legoland or something, you know, or SeaWorld or something while you're out here.
It was really fun being here with our team, even though that the weather wasn't really good, and I hope like the sun comes out.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a really good experience, and I liked traveling with our team and finding out the competition, and I had fun.
Okay.
It was really fun because like we got to meet Sarah, and it was just fun having everybody play with us.
Oh, that's great. Okay, girls, anything you guys like outside of soccer, video games, whatever you do, you know what I'm saying, that makes you feel good and stuff outside of soccer, and tell us the schools that you go to.
I go to St. Michael's, and I play basketball, soccer, gymnastics, and swimming.
Okay.
I'm going to be in 6th grade at Spring Branch Middle, and I like hanging out with my friends, and I'm going to play volleyball.
Okay.
I'm going to go to St. Michael's, and I play basketball.
Okay, you got the floor here to do your cheer or do your shout out or whatever it is, but just remember to hang out for about 5 seconds after that.
Let's do number 1.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3.
We're number 1, not 2, not 3, not 4. Gonna win, not lose, not tie score. Go Albion!
Yay! Greg Porter back here with some more Albion Hurricanes, and you are?
Kendall Haynes.
Okay.
Leah Thorne.
All right.
Savannah Ryan.
Okay, what position you play?
Forward.
Okay.
Defense and forward.
Okay.
Goalie.
All right. Talk a little bit about, you know, either the whole tournament, you know, the rest of your teammates haven't talked too much about that. Talk a little bit about the tournament and the experience coming out here.
I like just coming out here and learning more things every game, and
Good.
it's challenging.
Yeah, it is.
I also liked coming out here. I thought it was really challenging, and we're all 3 guests, so I thought it was really fun to like get to know the team more.
Yeah, I thought it was really fun coming out here with a different team and just playing really hard against other hard teams.
Okay, girls, talk about things outside of soccer that are important to you, maybe even a thing that you guys are looking forward towards your next season coming up. Talk about those things.
I like swimming in my backyard and playing with my puppy.
Good. What kind of puppy is it?
It's a mixed German Shepherd, Lab, and Boxer.
They're real cool, huh? All right.
I like to play soccer, of course, basketball, softball,
Great.
and yeah. And I also like to play with my dog.
Okay. What kind of dog you got, and what position you play in softball?
In softball, I play catcher, and my dog's a mix between a greyhound and a lab.
All right.
Yeah, I pretty much do soccer a lot, but like I get outside and play basketball, and a bunch of me and my buds get out and like skateboard around the street and stuff. And so.
Have a good time with that. Okay, girls, you have one last chance to say anything about your parents' experience coming out here and do a cheer. Remember to hang out for a couple of beats at the very end. I'm going to give you guys a mic.
What are you gonna do? Just 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay.
I don't care.
Okay.
Okay. Let's just go Albion.
Let's do Albion, you know.
Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3.
Albion, you know.
Last two, but definitely not the least, Albion Hurricanes, and tell us who you are.
I'm Janelle Toner, and I play defense and forward.
Okay.
I'm Bianca Della Piedra, and I play left defense.
Girls, talk a little bit about this tournament. You know, what's the thing that you always remember in 2006 coming out here?
Well, it was definitely the competition because like we usually like win all our games and win all our tournaments, and this was like a little bit of competition.
Yeah, It was. It's one of the best tournaments in the country.
It was a nice chance to play somebody different because we usually play like the same teams over there in Houston. And it was also nice to get to know this place and play on these fields. And yeah.
Pretty good fields, aren't they?
Yeah.
Well, they're not all like this in California, I'll tell you that much. Lastly, you know, you guys are looking forward to your next season coming up and everything like that. Tell us the schools you go to and looking forward to the school year. Talk about those things.
I'm going to Dean Middle School, and yeah. I forgot what else to say.
Okay.
I'm staying at the same school at St. Elizabeth Ann Seton Catholic School. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Went to a Catholic school myself until I got into high school. All right, or junior high school, that was. Okay, so lastly, you guys want to do a cheer or anything like that? Last thing we ought to think about the Albion Hurricanes 2006 edition?
Yeah, we would like to thank our trainers for bringing us this far.
Good.
And also, we want to do another cheer.
Yeah.
Okay.
There was a little froggy who sat upon a log, rooting for the other team with no sense at all. He fell into the water and bumped his little head. And when he came back up again, this is what he said. He said, go, 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 you mighty Hurricanes. Fight, 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 you mighty Hurricanes. Win, 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 you mighty Hurricanes. Go, fight, win, and do it all again.
Great job, girls. Back here with the Brain Trust, the coaching staff, the people who put it together for this Albion Hurricane, the Blue 95 squad. And tell us your name.
Bobby Zabel.
Okay. Bobby, I believe you told me earlier that you're related to somebody that plays in the NFL.
Down and through the family, Steve Zabel, New England Patriots, yeah.
Great player, great player. Talk a little bit about, for you, what has it meant to you to be a part of this squad?
It's been a real big thing, you know. I mean, the girls are great, the team's good, the tournament's really awesome. I mean, we get to gauge ourselves against some really great teams, you know. And I think they've done a fantastic job. I mean, they played with, full intensity, 100%. You know, they gave it their all. I mean, that's all we asked for, and have fun doing it. So, that's all you can do.
That's so true. That's so true. Let me get a word here from the man in the middle. Tell us who you are.
Danny Hill.
Okay. Denny, it's always tough when you try to get them to think what you're thinking out there to approach it, on the field. But then again, when you start to at least see some aspects of that and stuff, and like you said, they're putting the best they have towards it, that's got to be gratifying.
Yeah, I mean, these girls, you ask them to do something and they generally do it. They work hard. They're a great bunch. They cleaned up in South Texas, so they're a very talented bunch. They are fun, like you experienced yourself. The parents are great, but it's a good all-around team, and I appreciate working with them, because it makes the job enjoyable, especially when they come out like this. And it's a good experience for them. It was great to be invited. We're very honoured to be invited. It was a very good experience for them.
They didn't really mention it. Did you guys get to go anywhere, do anything while you were out here? I mean, into any of the other places like Disneyland or SeaWorld or something like that?
The trainers went out downtown to a few just restaurants, and they didn't go into any bars or nothing. I'm not sure. I think the girls got to see quite a little bit, which is good as well, just to take in San Diego. We went to the Harbour Drive, and we're going to go to the racetrack. So it's a beautiful venue for like the best girls soccer club tournament in the country, basically, So it was great. They've had a good time, I think.
Well, maybe one day we'll get an opportunity to go down to Houston, Texas. I've never been there. Again, I got family that's in Texas right now, but maybe get an opportunity to go down there. You guys have a big tournament down there?
We have the Challenge Shootout. We have the Albion Hurricanes Memorial Day. There's a couple of big ones in there, and they pull teams from all over the country. So that's a good experience for them to see Texas as well. It's a nice place. But these two next to me have worked so hard putting it all together, and if it wasn't for them, the club wouldn't be here and we wouldn't be here. So I just wanted to say a big thank you on a DVD to these two people here as well.
Put in a good word for us on the tournament, right?
I will do.
Okay, and you are?
Beth Dozot.
Okay. Beth, talk a little bit about what the parents have done and just making this trip a lot more pleasurable.
Well, I mean, it's like Danny said, it's an honor to be accepted to this tournament, and the parents supported it from day one. You know, it's time, money, and effort, and they came with smiles on their face, and we didn't do as well as we wanted to, but the effort was there, and you know, it's just been a great experience, I think, for the girls to know what type of teams and what type of players that they have nationally. So it's been awesome.
It's true, and you got teams coming all the way from Japan, and again, they may not win it, but the experience is a great one.
Right. Yeah, these girls will continue to have really good opportunities. They just work hard and play hard. So.
Okay, well, we're going to wrap it up here from the Surf Cup in 2006, and I'd like to thank all of you and your whole squad for coming out here and being a part of George Landman Video Sports Productions. And with George again on the camera, you saw the final score was 3-0, but it was the experience that both teams had because today was their final day. And we hope that you put this one on the hard drive. I'm Greg Porter for George Landman Video Sports Productions saying take care, God bless, and we'll see you next time.